Alright, hey, so first of all, I want to say hi. My name is Alexa, and today I am going to be reviewing what I've learned working with the salon at Ulta Beauty. This is my buddy Zeus over here, if you can see him. He'll be in and out, I'm sure. But like you're doing right now, before I started at Ulta, I kind of like trolled the internet for reviews of what it was like working for them, and I didn't really see a lot, honestly. There was like 2 videos on YouTube that was kind of like to and fro, and they didn't really give me a lot of insight. But today, this is all you gotta know. So first things first, working for Ulta is not half bad. You get a really awesome discount, so you get 25% off all products, even if they're on clearance. So downside is that if you work at the salon, you are not able to give friends or family members discounts. So, I mean, in a sense, it kind of holds you accountable for, how much money you can bring in. They don't want you to shortchange your time. They want you to make as much money as possible. But on the other hand, my mom was like, why can't I get my hair done? So there's that. And then let's see, coming straight into the company, I didn't really hate it, but I feel like the longer I stayed with them, the longer and the more I really didn't like being there. So I've been at 2 stores now. The first one was in my Mobile store, and then the second one that I was at was my Gulfport store. And no shade towards anybody specifically. Like, I really enjoyed the people that I work with, but just the rules were kind of weird. Working, for me, I've only ever worked at a private salon and Ulta. So I didn't have a whole lot to go off of. I've been working in the industry for 5 years now, and a majority of that time was at the private salon. And I guess the saying goes, like, you don't know what you have until it's gone. Now, I kind of understand that, mostly because of the close-knit team, family feeling that we had at the private salon versus Ulta. I don't know how to explain it other than the turnaround at Ulta is ridiculous. I've been there for a year, and I'm the longest standing stylist. And, everyone has their reasons for leaving, like family issues or they were moving, but it doesn't stay very consistent. And in that sense, consistency is one of my big red letter words. It's something that it's been beaten into my stylist brain since I started. So, no, not having a steady team is hard. It was literally this past year, it was my salon manager, who has only been in the industry for 2 years, and me, pretty much holding down the salon. And the clients don't like to see that. They really don't feel comfortable coming back to a place that doesn't have the consistency in the color, because no one measures anything, and hardly anyone puts anything in the computer, and then every time they come in, there's a different stylist there. So, I mean, I can't be mad at it. And then the prices, there's like a price level system with the stylist, like how long you've been there, how much experience you have, so on and so forth. So again, my manager has only been doing hair for 2 years, and her haircuts are $50. The owner of my first salon that I was at, her haircuts were like $60, I'm pretty sure, or $50 or $60, but she's been working in the salon for God only knows how long. Like, she's so smart, she knows everybody in the town. Like, this girl isn't even from here, like, who is she? But I digress. Let's see, what have we addressed? Everything? Nothing at all. So, 1, getting hired there is hard. Yes, because you put in your application, and there's a shit ton of applications that come in, and you pretty much just have to call until someone finally calls you back. That's what I did, because girl, no one was paying me not to work. And long story short, as soon as I was able to start working, I did. But I had to beat down those doors to even get in, and then once I got in, I just kept hitting more walls. there's an attendance policy that says, you have so long to get to work, and then if you're late, and you get a point. I get that. I totally understand that. You shouldn't be late for work. You should always show up on time. You should be there for your clients, have everything ready. But on my part, it's my bad, because I was newly able to walk again. Like, I didn't have a car. I was hitching rides to work. I was riding my scooter, which if you know anything about what happened last year, I broke my foot and my heel and my femur and my sternum and my scapula and my jaw in 3 places. And honestly, like, I probably shouldn't have been driving. I was having panic attacks driving to work. Like, I'd have to pull over like 2 or 3 times just to be able to breathe to get to work. But again, no one was paying me not to work, so I had to go. So I racked up those points pretty quick, and they were like, well, if you get 1 more point, you're going to get fired. So every day I'm coming to work worrying about, am I going to keep my job? So it started to become less fun. They also, Ulta in general doesn't like you to work outside of the salon, which no salon really does, honestly, but like, they don't want you doing photo shoots, they don't want you doing runway, they don't want you doing brides outside of the salon, which is hard because, again, my salon manager told me, oh, well, Sundays are absolutely necessary, you can't not work Sundays. And if you know anything about, like, the salon industry, like, a lot of places are closed Mondays and Sundays, which is totally cool. Like, you would think you would be slammed on Sunday, but I've never worked a Sunday where I just couldn't not be there because I was just making so much money. I wasn't. But so I was working at a church on Sundays, so I ended up not working Sundays, thankfully. But eventually she roped me into working those Sundays. I really just, I don't know, I didn't fully enjoy my Ulta experience. I really didn't. I feel like I'm being creatively suffocated there. I don't like the color line. The things that stylists have to do are ridiculous. We don't have any front desk help, so you're constantly, like, answering the phones, cleaning the bathrooms, taking out the trash, making sure people are booked and rebooked, and doing confirmation calls. And then what about your color order? I can't tell you how many times I've gone to work and we haven't had the colors that I needed because, like, I don't think the color order has been done in like 3 weeks. So I don't know, I just get really nervous. I'm leaving, and I made sure to stay there for 1 full year because I didn't want to, like, salon hop, because that's really looked down on in our industry. That, like, if you just hop from place to place, how are you going to keep steady clientele? How are you going to build your books respectively, you know? So I held on for a full year, and it started in 2018. I really hope that I'm working back at an Aveda salon. I'm Aveda trained. The private salon that I worked at before was an Aveda salon. I really thought that working at Ulta would be super cool because, again, we'd get the discount. Like, it's just the number 1 place for beauty, all things beauty. That's where you go, right? But it is the place for beauty. It is all things beauty until you work in the salon. I just feel like we get shortchanged. We really do. And the reason why they can sell all those cool, awesome hair products is because there's a salon in the back. But then, do people make it back to the salon? No, not really. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people and they go, oh, you have a salon here? They get, like, mesmerized by all these makeup products, like things you can beat your face with, and by the time they get to the skincare section, which is right next to the salon, they're kind of like over it. They're over the experience, which I wish they weren't. I really want to find ways to really get them to come back. But again, if you book them and you get them in your chair, that's great, but, like, is the culture there? Like, what is the Ulta culture? And throughout this year, I have not found anything in the Ulta culture except for, like, stress. It's just a bunch of stress. They tell you, I haven't gotten any further education. They have like these jam sessions or whatever that are supposed to build you up, but like, where's my haircutting class? Where's my color class? Like, I don't know. I can't stress to you anymore other than like, maybe this is all personal. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the store. Like, you tell me, do you enjoy working at the salon at Ulta? Because I have not. I have really not. It's scary. You know, you think that you're going to make all this money because literally the walk-in clientele is there, and I haven't tried at all this year. I can honest to God say that I have not tried to rebook anybody this year because I knew that as soon as I had the opportunity to leave Gulfport, Mississippi, bye honey, I'm gone. I mean, this is my home state. I love it. I say what I want. Bump it. But people aren't spending money to look cute here. They're just not. They kind of want to get the best deal. They want to scratch you down to like $20, and then at the end of the day, whenever you do a $20 haircut and you work for somebody, then that $20 haircut is actually like a $5 haircut after taxes, and they get their cut and blah 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 blah. So I don't know. Pros for working for the salon at Ulta would be, eventually, whenever you get to a certain level, you do get benefits. That's one of the main reasons why I started working there, because I could not afford health insurance and health benefits. But throughout the year of 2016 to 2017, I got demoted because I was in a car accident. And because I transferred from one Ulta to another, they told me I couldn't keep my status because it just started all over again, which really hurt my feelings because I've worked a long time and I've worked really, really hard to make sure that like my behind the chair etiquette is where it needs to be, that my consultations are very thorough, that no matter when or if or how you leave my chair, you feel comfortable enough to come back to me and say, oh, like, I really loved it, or, oh, no, like, I think we should change something, because I take criticism very well. But that got pushed away because I moved, because, oh, no, and whenever I needed it the most, they took it away. So that just kind of made me go, okay, well, now what am I working for? Like, I'm working to work extra hard to maybe get my benefits next year. No. So you could possibly maybe get insurance. You could also possibly maybe get a front desk person if your store makes a certain amount of money for so long every week. But again, does that happen? Does it really happen? Do you work at an Ulta where they have front desk help? Because I don't. I've never worked at an Ulta. From the 2 Ultas that I've worked at, I have not earned enough to get front desk help. Is it because our region? Is it, I feel like it's because we don't have any consistent stylists, because no one is staying long enough for us to build that money. So you could possibly have front desk help. Probably not. You could possibly have health insurance, but probably not. You could possibly have amazing walk-in clientele. You could possibly have all of that. You could possibly convert everyone that walks into that store. Maybe if you have time to do that between facing all of the products on the floor and washing your clothes, or, you know, your laundry, your towels, your smocks, your aprons, your brushes, doing color orders, making sure the bathroom doesn't look disgusting, doing confirmation calls. After you're done with all those, Cinderella, you can go convert people. No problem. And I should have seen the signs a long time ago, because the first Ulta that I worked at, my manager was awesome. I loved him, but he would constantly like low-key put these little tidbits in my ear, like, yeah, it's great, but, like, yeah, but, like, oh, I'm stressed out, like, oh, there's so much to do. And I didn't realize it until I moved to this next Ulta that he was right. Like, he has a lot to do. I don't know how the salon managers do their job, and are they getting paid enough? Somebody who's a salon manager, you better post on here and tell me, like, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Because then they have to go through all of these onboardings every single time they hire a new person, and that person might stay a month, maybe two, and then leave. So what's your job like? Do you really like it? Is it worth that? But I don't know. I rambled a little bit. I hope you learned something. I learned that I am best suited at an Aveda salon, where I kind of low-key have always known that I belonged, but I just, I dipped out of the Aveda culture to see what life was like in another, and I think that all hairstylists really have to do that, because if you stay in one place and never try anything different, then how do you grow? How do you know what you like and what you don't like? You don't really. So I took that year to see if the grass was greener on the other side, and it's not. I know where I belong now, and that's with Aveda. So next time you see me, hopefully I will be working at an Aveda salon. So goodbye 2017. I'm over it. We're done. We've died and come back again. We have risen like Jesus Christ. We will prevail. Not that I'm Jesus. I'm not. I might be crazy, but I'm not that crazy. But yeah, have fun. Enjoy the rest of your 2017 lives, you guys, because 2018 is about to rock. I've even got my very own planner. I've started doing things, getting ready for all these fun YouTube videos. I'm stoked. I got this awesome computer now. My girlfriend ain't too bad. My mom is now one of my best friends, which has never happened before. My brother is still a butthole. And I love you guys the most. So I'll see you soon, and be nice to each other.